A Swift Kick in the Ass, episode 118. Life is challenging and difficult. No one gets out alive. Time to suck it up, Buttercup. Get ready for a monster-sized boot aimed to help you get traction on personal change and get living. I am John Curran, your host. Join me as I share my journey exploring the forces that motivate us to change and help us get through whatever life throws at us. A swift kick in the ass. Life on your terms. Welcome to another episode of A Swift Kick in the Ass. This is your host, John Curran, and today's topic, clear and present danger in your own backyard. Folks, I got a story for you today, and boy, it's a good one. So, as you know, I work from home, and I have a couple dogs, and decided to take a little break and take the dogs outside to the backyard so they can, run around, do their business. And just out there for a few minutes and, head back in. It's nice weather. Start heading back in. And all of a sudden I feel this little sting on my ankle. And I look down and it looked like the insect jumped from my ankle. And I'm like, holy crap, a spider just bit me. And I'm thinking maybe it's a black widow or something. I didn't know what it was, but I knew I needed to figure it out. So I'm looking down at the ground, trying to figure out what it was. And then I hear my dog, Phineas, who's a 12-year-old border collie mix. He's behind me, and he's just being swarmed by yellow jackets. And here I am stung. He's being swarmed. He's obviously been bit a couple times. Or stung a couple times. So I run up to the hose and I grab the hose and I spray him off with the hose, and I'm just trying to get him close to the hose first. So, it's chaos. And I have another dog too, an Australian cattle dog who's just about a year old. And she's yelping too. She got stung. So and they're freaking out. I mean, obviously, and they're looking around, everything buzzing. I mean, it was pretty tense. So we get everything, I think, situated and calmed down, and I think, the yellow jackets are gone. If you've ever dealt with yellow jackets, you'd know they're extremely aggressive. They actually come at you if you mess with their nest, and they don't let up. They're vicious. They're aggressive. They have stingers. They cause a lot of pain. Anyhow, so walk inside the house, and still see a couple, I see, oh gosh, a couple have wrapped up in, Phineas's fur. So I go and I get the brush, and I get a little, dish towel and stuff, I've got to grab some of these insects. And I see a couple of them flying around the house. I'm thinking, oh crap, I let these vicious, aggressive insects into my house, and they're going to sting me and my family. Not good. And so this is all out war. Or at least not at that point, actually. And I'm sorry to give that away. I might need to cut it out. Probably won't, but in any case, long story short, it turns out my dog, when he was rolling and doing his little happy roll, on his back in the backyard, it's so cute. And it was very cute when I saw him doing that. But apparently he was rolling up and rolling over and collecting yellow jackets in his fur, which is a very thick fur. And he didn't really get stung all that much because his fur is so thick. But those suckers were trying to wiggle down and get to his skin to get him. And when I went to go brush him, that released some of them. And then when he shook out more, even more came out. So we had at least 20, 25 in the house. So it was all out war. I was kind of freaking out, but I knew I was going to have to win. I was going to win, and there was no way I was going to let those bastards win. I was stung. I was in pain. The dogs were in pain. In fact, Isabella, the Australian cattle dog, was hiding under the bed. She's like, she wanted nothing to do with what was going on. And, I'm taking out these yellow jackets as I can, but they're hard to see. They're very fast. And I've had to search for the insecticide, which don't really use all that often. But, knowing I let these suckers into my house and how dangerous it was, and how painful and terrible it was to let them into my house, really gets me thinking. And it's so easy for us to just assume everything is okay. When I let Phineas into the house, I did my due diligence. Or I thought I did. I looked through, I looked at him. Now, of course, he wanted to get inside. Isabella wanted to get inside. They were kind of freaked out. I was freaked out. I let my emotions get to me. I'm sure my heart rate was up and, adrenaline was flowing and everything like that. Maybe I wasn't thinking clearly because of all that, but I didn't really ever come across anything like this before too. So it was a new situation on top of it. But really think about this. This is just a situation that came up in my life. And every day we all have various situations that come into our life and pass, come and go. They pass through. Hopefully. If not, if they're recurring and they're bouncing back and you can't seem to get through it, then that's something else. In any case, here was this clear and present danger in the backyard. I think I got it calm down. I think I solved the problem. I brought it inside the house and created a whole new problem for myself. Now, if I would have been smart, or at least a little bit more conscious or aware of what I was doing and the actions that I was taking and the consequences of those actions, perhaps I would have handled it differently, and I would have made sure that Phineas was free of these stinging insects. I didn't do that. But, does it really matter at this point that my assumptions were wrong? Well, if I'm trying to learn from my mistakes, yes, they are. It is important. But that has a limit too. I can't kick myself too hard for it because I've never come across anything like that. That's so extreme, so out there. That's never happened to me before. It's brand new. So, of course, and plus I'm human. I'm going to mess up. We all make mistakes. You just got to keep trying, keep pushing, and keep trying to better your terms of your life. So here's a term of my life, a situation that I'm facing that absolutely sucks. It is painful. It's emotional. It's, stinging insects, okay? I don't have any phobias against them. So I'm lucky with that. But I definitely got angry that they were in my house and I had done nothing to them and they were coming at me with a vengeance. In fact, when I went upstairs to go see if I had medicine, this like spray for insect bites, I was wearing a light pullover sweatshirt with a hoodie. And I guess one got up into my shirt and got underneath, and it actually stung me up underneath the arm through my shirt. It went up into my shirt, got right up to the skin, so it could sting me. They're out to get you, and they're going to get you. And that too, I think, isn't that true in life? And these situations that come our way, don't you have the human equivalent of yellow jackets? come into your life, or the human equivalent of yellow jackets. It doesn't have to be people. It could be a bad situation that's stinging, and maybe you even brought it on yourself. Maybe you messed with the nest and you had it coming. I was thinking, damn, what did I do? Karma's really coming back at me today. And maybe that's true. I don't know. So if you're in clear and present danger, your mind is really focused on taking action and removing the danger and doing whatever is necessary to remove the danger, to end the situation. So this is actually another aspect that I think can help you in negotiating or renegotiating the terms of your life. Think of the situation that you're in, that you're trying to get out of, as maybe something that has some clear and present danger to it, or aspects of it. Again, I think about the strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat analysis I talk about a lot. This is kind of just reframing how you look at the situation. So maybe you can leverage some emotion and get, use that emotion towards your cause to move you forward and to figure out what you need to do to remove the danger. Also, you can learn to avoid creating issues for yourself, like letting insects into your house. So here I was thinking I was solving the problem, letting the dogs in the house and getting away from the danger, but I was actually putting myself in more danger because I was now in a confined space with angry insects. So the way I equate that to regular life is situations where we think we're solving the problem, but we're really just punting the problem. The problem's not going away. We're just kicking it away from us, so it's a little bit in the distance. But don't you worry, it will come back. It's better to just snip it in the bud, as they used to say on Andy Griffith. Nip it in the bud. Remove the danger. Remove the issue. End it. Don't leave it hanging. And recognize that if you do make mistakes, it's okay. We're all human. We're going to make mistakes. But keep trying and try to learn from how you survived. And give yourself some credit. This is also another aspect of the Yellow Jacket situation. I survived it. Some people get swarmed by insects, aren't so lucky. Insect bites are very dangerous, especially if you are allergic to them. I've had a number of wasp bites down in Florida, and I've had bee bites and hornet bites. I grew up in Florida. I've been around a lot of insects. I've been stung. I've been bitten. It's not fun. But their poison builds up in your body and in your system. So I know that there was one time I got stung on the face, and it swole up my face. So almost I was not even recognizable. My face was so swollen just from one insect bite. I was lucky that the pain this time the stings were painful, but they weren't really swelly. Coming up with a lot of new terms for you today. Anyhow, I hope you got something from this part of my journey, which is kind of exciting. I hope you learned from my mistakes, and think I'm done. at least for this episode. So I hope all is well out there, and I'm going to have to change my ending because, as you know, I don't have a Facebook page for A Swift Kick in the Ass, but I am under John W. Curran. It's a public figure page. So I do have, I have to have some privacy. But I do have a public figure page, and I try to keep it to, positive change items and talk about the podcast and things like that. And also some of the other projects that I'm working on too, that are not necessarily related to positive change, but I think you'll get a chuckle out of. I think Tom would have gotten a chuckle out of it. And I think Tom was probably rolling. He was probably laughing his ass off looking at me at war with these yellow jackets. I had the spray can in my hand, had my back up against the wall, I had to sit down low so I could see these little bastards come my way. And then I took them out one by one. It was like Predator. I don't know. It wasn't like Predator. In any case, hope all is well, doing well. That's it for today. This is your host, John Curran. This is a Swift Kick in the Ass podcast. And until next time, peace. This marks the end of another episode of A Swift Kick in the Ass, placing it directly in the can. As much as I like to talk, even I have my limits. It's time to go. Catch me on the next show. For better or worse, whether you like us or not, please leave comments wherever you get your podcasts. Follow us on Twitter. Visit our home on the interweb. I think you can leave me a voicemail there. You can also email me at john@aswiftkickintheass.com. It's been my extreme pleasure. I hope you got a lot out of it. I hope you got your ass moving. Until then, until the next time, I'm out of here. Peace.